Beloved, life is a tapestry of joy and sorrow, of triumph and tribulation. But let me tell you, there is an art, a powerful art, in learning to walk through this life as though nothing wounds you. It is not a lie, not a mask, but a choice. A choice to let grace and fortitude define you instead of pain. When the world bears its weight upon your shoulders, do not crumble. Rise. Straighten your spine. Hold your head high and face the wind. For the storms that seek to unmake you are no match for the spirit within you. Acting as though you are unhurt is not pretending, it is proclaiming. Proclaiming that no adversity, no betrayal, no sorrow can diminish your light. You see, strength is not the absence of vulnerability, it is the quiet courage to stand tall in its presence. It is the refusal to let the wounds dictate your worth. When you carry yourself with dignity, when you walk with confidence, even when your heart is heavy, you teach the world something invaluable, that you are more than what has happened to you. Because what stands in the way of certainty is the power that you live in. You prove to the world that you are more than what has happened to you. But remember, beloved, this is not about suppressing your emotions. No, your feelings are valid, and your tears have their place. Yet there is a time to weep and a time to rise. Acting as though nothing hurts does not mean ignoring the pain. It means refusing to give it the power to define your journey. ResilienceOverreaction.net. Resilience is the quiet strength that whispers, I will rise, even when the weight of the world tries to press you down. It is not about ignoring the storm, but choosing how you stand in its midst. Reaction is quick, raw, and fleeting, often driven by pain or fear. But resilience is deliberate. It is the calm in the chaos, the steady hand that holds firm when the ground beneath you shakes. It does not flinch, it does not falter, it is not loud, yet it echoes deeply in the hearts of those who witness it. To be resilient is to master the art of endurance, to decide that no blow, no wound, no insult will define you. Reaction may satisfy the moment, but resilience feeds the soul. It is the patient gardener who tends to their inner strength, knowing that growth takes time. Resilience does not crumble under pressure. It builds itself anew, stronger and wiser. It is the difference between being ruled by circumstance and rising above it. It is the quiet power to remain unshaken and unbowed. Unqueasingly, so you mastering emotional strength. Emotional strength is not born of denying your feelings, but in embracing them fully and yet refusing to let them dictate your path. It is the deliberate act of sitting with your pain, acknowledging its presence, and then choosing to rise above it. Strength of this kind is not loud. It does not shout its triumphs from the rooftops. Instead, it moves with quiet grace, holding firm in the face of the fiercest winds. To master your emotions is to recognize their power, but to also understand that they are not your master. It is to feel anger and choose not to lash out, to feel fear and still move forward, to feel sorrow but not be consumed by it, This strength does not come easily, nor does it arrive overnight. It is built piece by piece, moment by moment, in the crucible of experience. Emotional mastery is the wisdom to know that you cannot always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. It is finding the courage to smile when the world expects you to weep, to stand tall when the weight of sorrow tries to bend you low. This strength does not erase your pain. It transforms it into a force that propels you forward, teaching you, shaping you, making you more resilient with every trial you endure. In the end, mastering emotional strength is not about being unfeeling, but about being unbroken. It is the art of living fully with all the depth of human experience while holding on to the truth that you are greater than any single moment, any single feeling, or any single trial. It is the triumph of the human spirit, rising, always rising, qualifying. Grace Under Pressure. Grace under pressure is the art of remaining composed when the world conspires to unmake you. It is the quiet dignity of standing tall in the face of storms, the steady breath you take when chaos presses against your chest. Grace is not weakness. It is strength cloaked in gentleness. It does not shout to be seen, nor does it crumble under the weight of trials. Instead, it flows like a river, adapting, bending, yet never breaking. Grace under pressure is a very powerful thing when the world just wants to drag you down, so it doesn't yell grace. To carry grace under pressure is to walk through fire without letting it consume you. It is the unwavering poise that holds you upright when all else tries to pull you down. Grace does not deny the pain or the hardship. It acknowledges them and chooses not to let them define the moment. It is the resolve to remain steady, the quiet decision to answer turmoil with calm. Furthermore, it is in the moments when the pressure mounts, grace becomes a shield, a silent armor that protects your spirit from being shattered. It is the understanding that strength need not roar. It can whisper. It can endure. It can rise. Grace under pressure is not the absence of fear or doubt, but the choice to move forward despite them. It is the soft but unyielding power that transforms trials into triumphs and adversity into wisdom. This grace is a testament to resilience, a declaration that even in the hardest of times, you will not falter. It is the beauty of composure, the elegance of courage, the quiet assurance that no matter what comes, you will meet it with your head high and your spirit unbroken. Grace under pressure is the ultimate act of defiance against despair, a reminder that in the face of the greatest challenges, you can still rise, unshaken and unbowed. The challenge is how you meet defiance against despair. A reminder that in the face of the greatest challenges, you can still rise unshaken and unbowed. Empowerment through perception. Empowerment through perception is the realization that how you see yourself shapes how the world sees you. It is the profound truth that you are not merely what others call you, but what you answer to. The power lies in your gaze, in the way you choose to perceive your worth, your strength, and your possibilities. When you see yourself as capable, unshakable, and deserving, the world begins to mirror that vision. Perception is more than sight. It is belief. It is the belief that you are enough, even when the world tries to tell you otherwise. It is the understanding that you carry within you the power to rise above limitations, both imposed and imagined. Empowerment does not come from the applause of others. It blooms from the quiet assurance within your heart. To master perception is to declare, even in silence, that you are whole and complete. It is to walk through the world with the confidence of someone who knows their value. When you perceive yourself as strong, you become strong. When you perceive yourself as worthy, you act in ways that demand respect. This empowerment does not come from denying challenges, but from recognizing that they cannot define you. Perception shapes reality. It molds the way you move, the way you speak, and the way you carry yourself. When you choose to see yourself as empowered, you invite the world to believe in that truth. Empowerment through perception is not just an act of self-love. It is an act of defiance. It is the declaration that no label, no judgment, no circumstance can dim your light. You are the architect of your identity, and through the lens of empowerment, you create a life that reflects your boundless potential. Transform pain into growth. To transform pain into growth is to take the sharp edges of life's trials and use them to carve out a stronger, wiser version of yourself. Pain, though often unwanted and uninvited, has a way of teaching lessons that comfort cannot. It whispers truths in the quiet hours, truths about who you are, about what you can endure, and about the depths of your strength. Pain is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of transformation. Growth born from pain does not happen quickly or easily. It comes from the decision to face your hurt, to sit with it, to understand it, and then to rise from it. It is the act of looking at your scars and seeing not what was taken from you, but what you gained. Patience, resilience, compassion. These are the fruits of pain if you allow them to bloom. This transformation is not about forgetting or erasing what has happened. It is about choosing to use the experience as a stepping stone instead of a stumbling block. Pain has a way of breaking things apart, but it also makes room for rebuilding. In those moments when you feel shattered, you have the power to gather the pieces and create something even more beautiful than before. To transform pain into growth is to refuse to let suffering define you. It is to take control of your narrative and say, "This will not break me, it will build me." Growth is not the absence of pain, but the triumph over it. It is the realization that even in the darkest times, there is a seed of light waiting to grow, waiting to flourish. And when you nurture that seed, you become a testament to the unyielding strength of the human spirit. theartofcomposure.com. The art of composure is the mastery of staying still within while the world around you trembles. It is the quiet strength of a soul that refuses to be swept away by the tides of chaos. Composure is not the absence of struggle or fear. It is the presence of grace in the midst of them. It is the calm breath taken in the face of adversity, the steady hand that does not falter when challenged. To practice composure is to understand that power is often found in stillness. The world may push and pull, demand and distract, but composure allows you to remain rooted, unshaken by the storms. It is the refusal to let emotions rule your actions, the choice to respond with thoughtfulness instead of reaction. This art is not passive. It requires effort, discipline, and the courage to hold your peace when others would break. The commitment and the courage to hold your peace when others would break. Composure is a language all its own. It speaks of confidence, of resilience, of an inner reservoir of strength that cannot be easily depleted. When you master this art, you teach the world that you will not be moved by trivialities, nor will you crumble under pressure. Composure is not about denying your feelings. It is about carrying them with dignity, letting them inform, but not control you. Letting them inform, but not control you. In moments of conflict, composure is the difference between escalation and resolution. In moments of hardship, it is the bridge that carries you to the other side. It is the silent declaration that you are in control, not of the world, but of yourself. And that, beloved, is the most profound power of all. Composure is not merely a skill. It is a way of being. It is the quiet assurance that no matter what comes your way, you will meet it with poise, with strength, and with an unshakable belief in your ability to endure. Beloved, remember that life will always test you. It will press you, challenge you, and try to unravel you. But within you lies a strength so profound that no storm can extinguish it. Carry yourself with grace. Master your emotions. And let composure be your constant companion. Choose to rise above pain, transform it into wisdom, and walk through life with the quiet assurance that you are unshakable. The world may not always be kind, but you can be kind to yourself. And in doing so, you teach not just yourself, but all who watch you, that true power lies not in what happens to you, but in how you choose to rise. Stand tall, beloved, and let your light shine, for it was always meant to.